Hello YouTube, it is me, Random Ross. So, a couple of weeks ago, I did a 1,000 subscribers Q&A, because I hit 1,000 subs and that. And yeah, I put up a Q&A video, and I gave everyone like 2 weeks to ask their questions, and yeah, they have. So yeah, I thought now, because I'm not doing it today, I thought I would answer them questions for you that you've asked. Okay, so we'll start with the Twitter questions first, because I've only had one question from Twitter, and it's from Horror Addict, and I'm assuming this is Danny Nightmare asking this question. He asks me, what would each of your personas pick as their favourite film? Well, I actually asked them around, and Dr. Fripp, he said, what did he say now? Oh yeah, he said he likes Reanimator, that's his favourite. Frank N. Stein, he said anything his master, Dr. Fripp, watches, because that's what he said. Dr. Frico, he said he likes many films, but one of his favourites have got to be Gummo. Captain Skullhead, he said, Captain Skullhead said that his favourite one is Predator. And also Dr. Purcell, he said that his favourite film has to be Another One Flew the Cuckoo's Nest. And is there any more on else in there? No, I don't think there is any other personas that I have. Just let me check a minute. Oh yes, of course, Whack Job, his favourite film. It was hard to get an answer out of him because he's so mental. But I think I remember him saying his favourite film is Clockwork Orange, because he found it very inspirational, apparently. Okay, so Horror Addicts, thanks for your question on that one. So now it's to the YouTube questions that you all asked me in the Q&A video. So first one was from Vicky at Nightmare Maven, and she said, huge congratulations, Ross. Thank you. This is a huge milestone, having just hit it myself. I know how proud you must be. Enjoy it. My question for your Q&A. Right, she asks, what is your favourite subgenre of horror, and what is your favourite thing about HorrorTube? Well, my favourite subgenre is on, let's see, this was a bit of a tricky one for me. I noted them down. Subgenre. Subgenre. I would say one of my favourite subgenres have to be like I don't know, I like quite a lot Phantom of the Opera, Nosferatu, if they count as subgenres and that. And then the second part of that question was, and what is your favourite thing about being a horror tuber. My favourite thing about being a horror tuber is, I mix and match with other horror tubers and that, and I just, I meet new people, make new friends and that, and I become friends with them like beyond YouTube, like Facebook, such as you, Vicky. So that was from Nightmare Maven. So thanks for that question. Next question is from Awesome. Awesome. I'm gonna butcher this name here, so do excuse me if I do. Awesome Archer 21. He says, okay, here we go. Question time. What inspired your name, and why did you start YouTube? Well, first of all, the name Random Ross. When I was at school, I would always just come out with random stuff. I would just randomly say something, and yeah, it would just be like completely out of the blue, and people started to call me Random Ross and that. And when I started YouTube, I was trying to think of a good name for my main channel, and I've just thought Random Ross, and over time I eventually changed my main channel to Random TV, and then I created my horror channel, Random Horror. So I thought, because I love horror that much, and I loved interacting with so many horror tubers, that is why I created a horror channel and that, so I could show my love for it on its own channel, because I had that much love for it. And then your second question was, why did you start YouTube? I just started it because I saw like a lot of good videos on there, fun videos, people like showing off like their talents and that, and I had quite a lot of crazy ideas and stuff. I just wanted to show them off to people, and it kind of went from there. Downloaded the YouTube app, created an account and everything, and I've been on it ever since, almost 4 years. And then he also asks again, what is your favourite horror genre, horror movie and horror genre? Favourite horror movie, that's hard. It's a tough one, that, and it's a bit hard to just pick one, isn't it? I don't know. I want to say Friday the 13th, but I also want to say Scream, because that was like the first ever like proper horror film I watched, Scream, and that. But yeah, that's a tough one there. And favourite horror genre, if I had to choose one, I would say slashers, because you can have a lot of fun with them and that. But I also love supernatural, and sometimes I love it when it's put together, supernatural horror, slasher horror, and that, creature features like werewolves and that and stuff. But if I had to pick one, I would say slasher. And he's asked me quite a few. He also asks, what is your favourite movie and movie genre? Favourite movie, hard to say. I don't know. I mean, I've seen so many films and I like so many, it's just hard to pick one. So, yeah, I guess I'd say, I'll say that. I don't have a favourite film, but genre of film, well, I've already said like horror, but I also like comedy, science fiction, and that, action stuff, action films and that. So those have answered for you. When did you start YouTube? I started YouTube in late May 2014, so almost 4 years ago. And then what does he ask next? what? Yeah, when you gonna do the costume stuff again? I like them. Well, I did the Dr. Purcell treatment just nearly a week ago. The next time I'm gonna do that is probably at the beginning of March when Dr. Freako does his show, Freako Bites. This Friday though, this coming Friday, and it'll probably be, I don't know. This coming Friday, it's the Fripp and Frank Hen show, which is a horror podcast with them two from Halloween in January, and that. And then, let's see. And then when are you going to do? I like them. And then, okay, here are questions you don't have to answer and don't know if you might get offered. It says, so here is those questions. Are you single? No, I'm not single. And then, not asking you out on it. Not asking to date you, lol. And then, do you live by yourself? And what is your job? Well, I've just said I'm not single. I do have a girlfriend, and I live with my mum, dad, sister, and dog. And my job, I work part-time as a caretaker. A community centre and that. So, yeah, those are a lot of questions and that, but yeah, thanks for answering them. Okay, next question is from your geeky neighbour. So he's asked it. He says, congrats on hitting the 1,000. I'm close but not sure I will hit 1,000 in just a few weeks. Keep your fingers crossed. You will. I'm sure you will. You might have more by the time this video's up. So don't lose hope. Okay, question. What would your dream ideal job, and that you could never feel like real work, and a job you would happily work every day? My ideal job, I'd like to be like a writer. I mean, I do write like fan fiction and stuff, and a few of my own things and that. But yeah, a writer, or maybe a horror filmmaker or something like that, and stuff. But if you have a dream, don't give up on it and that. I mean, I don't really have a massive dream job, but yeah, those are jobs that I wouldn't mind doing every day. So hope that's answered for you. Next question is from Carnage Candy, and she asks, what made you want to start YouTube? Well, I've already answered that one. I just wanted to show off my talents and stuff, and like introduce the world to me. I mean, and I just did it because I thought I created an account. I have a lot of stuff I want to do on here, like show off characters and review films and that and stuff. So yeah, that's what made me. And then again, if another platform like YouTube came out that was better, like YouTube used to be, would you switch sites? I don't know. Depends if it's simple to do and that, and if it is better. I don't know about that one, because I'm like, sometimes a change can blow my mind and that, because I have autism, and one of those many symptoms in that is adjusting to big changes. But the answer to that is, I don't know. Depends. If it's easy to set up, if I can transfer everything onto that, then yeah. But I really hope nothing comes out better than YouTube, because I love YouTube. I love doing videos on here and sharing them with you all. Okay, next question is from Nerd of the 80s, and he asks, what's your favourite Care Bear? I like Secret Bear. You know, the bear with like the heart-shaped lock on it with that, like it's keeping secrets. So there's your answer for that one, Nerd of the 80s. Next one is from the Horror Miser Monty G. How did you come up with your YouTube channel name? Well, like I said, when I started out, I called myself Random Ross, and eventually that became Random TV. I then thought I love, doing horror related content, and then I thought I need to make a channel for that. So I created that channel, and I don't know, I wanted people to know that it was like a spin-off channel of my main channel, Random TV, so I wanted the random bit to stay there, but I thought, to show that it's a horror channel, Random Horror. So there's your answer there, Monty G. Next question is from the Bat Nerd, and he says, congratulations in getting there. Thank you, Bats. My question is, if you had a super ability, what would you use it? If you had super abilities, would you use them for good or evil? And he put Bat Nerd out, as he always does. I don't know. I would use it for good, maybe. Probably good, because the superheroes always look cool. But sometimes it's fun to be a baddie. So yes, I'd probably be an anti-hero. Is that answer enough for you? So thank you, Bat Nerd, for that question. Right. Right. Next question is from Horror Gal Susan. So, alright there, Susan, who, she's been a subscriber probably like since before I started this horror channel and that. Okay, so her question is, hey Ross, my question is, what is your least favourite subgenre of horror and why? Also, what is your favourite movie within that subgenre? Well, I already answered that earlier subgenre with Nightmare Maven. Like I said, it's hard to pick just one, but I liked, like I said, Nosferatu, Phantom of the Opera, and that, and other classic horrors. I think that's what subgenre means. On that, and the first part of that, where it was my least favourite subgenre. So hold on a second. Let me see what subgenre means. Subgenres. Oh yeah, you mean like oh, I get it, like horror films that are like action-y and that. So going back to the first question there for Nightmare Maven as well, I have to say my favourite subgenre, where it's like classed as horror but it's got like elements of like action in it, like action horror or something like that, or comedy horror. I get it what that means now, subgenre. Subgenre, my favourite one is Alien, if you can call it that. I like many, like Predator and all that stuff. And that, yeah, it's hard to pick one, like I've said already. And my least favourite subgenre, horror drama. I mean, I do like the odd horror drama and that, but sometimes, like, if it's like, I don't know, like a post-apocalyptic, like, place where it's like dark and like for example, It Comes at Night. I didn't like that film. I thought it was very boring and that. So hope those have been answered well for you, Vicky and Susan. Yeah. Okay. Next one is from Banana, and Banana asks, "Love your reviews. Thank you. They are awesome effects. Thank you again." Right, so if I was smart enough to think of a question, I'd ask it, but maybe you could just tell me a fun fact about yourself. Yeah, okay. Well, I have tattoos, a lot of them, probably over 60. I will have to do probably an update video of them at some point, because I have done a video of my tattoos on one channel, on my main channel. What else? I'm a Gemini, if that interests you. I have autism, and that. I hope those are some interesting facts, Banana. Okay, next one is Ricky McKnight. He says, "Congrats, thank you. What movie were you disappointed by and when it was remade?" If you mean like what film was I disappointed by when it got remade? Probably I would say Psycho, the 1998 film. I mean, it's got a good all-star cast in it, but basically it's just a shot-for-shot remake of Alfred Hitchcock's classic with different actors, different scenery, and that if you've seen the original, and then you pretty much know what's going to happen in the remake. So I would say Psycho, the 1998 film. That guy says next 10k. Thank you for that. B. Oliver or something. I'm butchering that name. Sorry about that. Says congratulations. Thank you. Can't wait till 200,000. Well, one milestone at a time, but I do hope I'll get there eventually. Another one, Ali Jabro Romero or something. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. It says congratulations, big milestone. Thank you. Armored Guardian asks, which classic and modern horror TV shows do you recommend? I recommend American Horror Story. Not all the seasons. I couldn't get into Hotel. So I mean, you can watch it still, but yeah, I recommend American Horror Story. That's a modern one. Classic, I recommend like Are You Afraid in the Dark or Goosebumps. Yeah, they're children anthology horror, but I like watching them. I like to reminisce of the days when I was young in the 90s watching them. So I hope those have been recommendations enough. Lad Chain Wood says, I followed you on Twitter as well, thank you. And also asks, what is your favourite horror movie? Like I said on so many of these previous ones, I don't really know. I can't just decide on one, it's too tough. Tough question. And then the last question from what I can see on here is from Late Tharo. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. He asks, congratulations. I will ask a silly question. Okay. LOL. What job would you rather have? Proctologist or gynecologist? That's an easy one. I would say gynecologist. I think we both know. I won't. I'll say no more on that one. But that's your answer there. So yeah. I think that's pretty much it for my Q&A. This is a lot longer than I anticipated. So thanks for your questions, everyone who's asked and that, and thanks for your constant support. You know, I know it's not been, as easy for all these horror channels and that, having to get the 1,000 subs mark and the 4,000 hours of, viewing time. But, yeah, thank you all for subscribing to my channel. Thank you all for asking your questions. Yeah, it's been, it's been fun. So, yep. Once again, thank you for your questions, and thanks for the support and that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my Q&A answers. And also, I think I might do a live stream for this. At some point for my Q&A for 1,000 subs and that. Maybe if I can get to 1,100, I'll probably do a live stream for that. Let me know if you want to see that. So yeah, if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends. All my social media links are all down below in the description. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. So till next time, don't have nightmares.